my power, hey, look at my dogs. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? How she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light year just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about us.
Today, from Mexico City, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down.
Receiving team.
Man, they got to let him play.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll get this into the hands of Burrito. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
24-yard line.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The quarterback sacked.
And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the shotgun, Breida. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Cowboys.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Breida. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A 43-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them, because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs,
and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints, nothing.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll throw right away. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
He's going to float this one deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts? No, not at all.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 20.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Recovered by...
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Prescott from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
They get this out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. We both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. That'll be complete to Breida. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. This time they stay on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up the fourth down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Well,
and now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 28.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. The defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take... Oh, Prescott stripped! And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout. Here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on here to punt it away. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Elsewhere, a third quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now he'll escape to his right. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now it's Breida, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Dancing to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Mexico City. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Prescott on first down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of
working with a 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football. And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. And Tate's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving. Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling. So much for being conservative and running that football. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Options galore here, second and a few inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
The pass.
That catch good for only a couple. Ball at the 23, second and 8.
It's second and 8 at the Cowboys' 23-yard line.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 9, 26 seconds to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. They'll find Hines out of the backfield.
Prescott.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football.